Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I really appreciate you guys spending some time with me today and watching the video. I know that everybody's busy. It's hard to watch all these YouTube channels, so thanks for tuning in here to Intuitive Angling. Guys, got a good video for you today. I'm going to share with you all a square bill technique that I really figured out probably about 3 years ago that has been a consistent producer for me for the last 3 years, especially this time of year in late summer and early fall. It's going to be a way to fish a square bill crankbait that I can promise you've never tried before. And if you give it a try, I can assure you guys it'll add up to a lot more fish for y'all. Also, guys, before we get started, just a quick invitation. If you haven't had the chance, just like to please consider, asking you to please consider hit that subscribe button here at Intuitive Angling. Right now, about 60% of the people that watch Intuitive Angling are not subscribed to the channel, so that's a good way to help out. And also, anyone interested in becoming a channel member of Intuitive Angling, if you go to the home page on my YouTube channel, click the join button, it'll show you all the perks about being a channel member, so much appreciated there. Okay guys, I'm going to show you right off the bat what this is, and then I'm going to explain to you why it is you're not going to fish a square bill the same way again after doing that. It is fishing a square bill crankbait on a spinning rod. Now, I've never seen anyone do this except me, and you can actually go back to some of Johnny Schultz's videos on his Fish of the Moment, and I actually did a video with Johnny, and I caught about a 15-pound bag at a Table Rock Lake on a square bill on my spinning outfit here, so you can see it by going back to that video. But what I want to do, I want to explain to you why you want to use a spinning rod with a square bill crankbait under a certain set of conditions. Now, first of all, let's talk a little bit about the bait, because the bait itself is unique for this time of year. This is the key bait for me, guys. This is the Megabass 1.2 S-Crank. This is the smallest size they make, and you're going to find out that a small crankbait, like a small crankbait, a small square bill, in the month of July, August, and September, you're going to get a lot more bites on a small square bill, and you still can catch some quality fish on it. So this is the important bait. And this, I got it coupled up with the Megabass. This is the whip snake spinning rod here. No, excuse me, this is the addermine, which is the same length. Megabass addermine spinning rod. It's a 6-foot 11-inch rod, sort of a medium action. And I got it paired up with a Lews 3000 series spinning reel. And guys, I'll put all this equipment and the baits in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video if you guys want to try some of this yourself. But anyway, this is my setup, and I've got it on 8-pound test Seaguar and VizX fluorocarbon line, straight fluorocarbon line. Sometimes I will even go down to 6. So here is why you're not going to fish a square bill the same way every time, like the title says here, which is not a clickbait title. When you are cranking rocky banks in the summertime of the year with a square bill crankbait, this is when you want to use a spinning rod. This is not for fishing that square bill like around laydown trees and objects. It's for rocky banks and riprap banks. So if you've got a situation where you fish where you have water visibility of under 3 feet, it can be around 3 foot of visibility, because this is going to allow your bait to get deeper, and I'll talk about that. But ideally, I like that water visibility to be about 1.5 feet to 2 feet. Perfect scenario. And then some type of a steeper rocky bank, like a channel bank, could be a bluff bank. I've caught them on bluffs. Steeper riprap, something where the bank slopes off pretty sharp. So what I want to do, guys, is I want to get on that bank, that steeper rocky bank, with this spinning reel and set up, and I'm going to make a long cast parallel to that bank. Now, this is why you want to use a spinning rod, because you're going to be able to cast this bait, this little S-Crank crankbait, probably 25% further with a spinning rod. And when you put this on 6 to 8 pound test fluorocarbon line, this bait is going to get, this bait on traditionally like a square bill, guys fish it on 15, 20 pound line, and it'd probably get down about 3 feet. You're going to be knocking the bottom at about 6 feet on a square bill crankbait on a spinning rod with this light line. So I'll make a long cast up there with the spinning rod, you know, depending upon the depth range I'm targeting. Sometimes it's 3 to 6 feet. Keep my rod tip low to the water, and I'm just using a fast stop and go retrieve. Burning it pretty fast with a fast stop and go retrieve. And guys, that extra depth, the depth that you attain, just that 2 to 3 foot extra depth that you get with the light line and the spinning tackle, it makes all the difference in the world, because when that water's hot in the late summer and fall time, there's a lot of fish on those channel banks and the riprap banks, but a lot of times during the day, they like to pull off a little bit off that bank, and they get down a little bit deeper water. They don't want to get too deep, but they don't want to be up there real shallow because it's bright and the water's hot. So they pull down into that 5, 6, 7 foot of water a lot of times during the daytime, and they'll pull up on the bank shallower at night or early in the morning. But a lot of times guys will get out there like early in the morning and they'll catch a few on a square bill crankbait, and it dies off about 10 o'clock. Pick you up a spinning rod, guys, S-Crank 1.2, 6 to 8 pound test Seaguar fluorocarbon line, and make those long parallel casts, and you'll hit that 5 to 6, maybe even 7 foot zone, and you would be shocked how many fish you catch. Look at that video, guys. Just look it up. You'll see it on fishthemoment.com YouTube channel. You can just, I think it's Randy versus Johnny at Table Rock Lake or something. But anyway, I've used it in a lot of different places since then. So it's really good around any type of riprap. If you guys have a lake that has a dam riprap on it, or bridge ripraps that drop off fairly sharp, same type of deal, great technique. And also, like I said before, bluff banks. If you have a bluff bank that has some stained water in it, same deal with that, guys. But anyway, this is something you want to try it. I mean, don't laugh at it, because I'm telling you guys, you'll catch more fish on a square bill than you've ever caught before if you just try this technique. So hope it helps out, guys. We'll talk later.